biome like this kind of thing. Oh, another fortress. Hopefully it's a new one. Thank you. Oh, there's a lot of them. Oh, boy. There's a lot of them. We got magma green. Nice. So I have several ideas of what I might end up doing in particular for the sort of like the whole like sort of like missions in particular about like the next version. But like but just in case like 1.20 has like a different thing, then I might just go and end up changing it to that. Like, what was the thing that was said? I think it's like archaeology or something like that. Like, if that gets introduced in 1.20, I'll definitely say, like, oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. Like, that'll be something that I'll definitely recommend. Or not recommend, but like, that'll definitely be something I'll definitely say, like, oh yeah, we gotta find like 3 pots and or pans or what, I don't know. Yeah, you only lead. Oh, okay, so I can't find a way into the structure itself. Is there not a structure then? Is it just random hallways? Oh no, the guys are looking for Hershey's. Run. They're angry. They want their chocolate. I don't know. Run. The guests want their Hershey's. I don't know. It just sounds like they're saying Hershey's. It would have been fun. It would be funny if they were actually saying that though. It's like, oh no, the guests, they want the chocolate. Wait, you create light? Oh heck yeah, man. That's good to know. I didn't realize they were light items. I know they're not actually light items. I know that it's just Optifine being weird. But it's fine. Optifine can be weird. I'm just using these pillaged items thing, shulkers in particular, just to kind of get stuff around. Oh, it's just Blackstone, okay. I thought that was like another wither skeleton over there. I was like, what? They're like everywhere, pretty much. Yeah, I still couldn't believe that you don't even need to put lava near them. I think you only need to put lava near them if you want them to grow faster, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so I know I've been starting a trend lately between this and Pokemon Gold, I think. Yeah, Gold. Where I've been making them only like 6 videos per session. I apologize for that. It's not that I don't have energy for these series in general. It's that like I'm trying to find something interesting to do, and unfortunately though, like without like me going through the deep dark, like if you look at the beginning of this 1.19 thing, you'll notice though that there's like 8. There's like 8 videos, and I think one of them might have had like 10 even. Like that's when we had the deep dark sort of mission kind of thing, but then after that it's like, well, what else is there to do? But that's not even like this version in particular though. Like that's like every Minecraft version like known to us kind of thing though. Like especially like for me in general though, because like whenever we go into a new version, so like let's say when 1.20 comes around, you'll probably notice the same exact shenanigans. We sort of noticed it during Sercacraft, I think 1.15, I think. where like you do, like even if you were to like we noticed it during like a lot of the newer versions of Sercacraft, where if you did a lot of your grinding in the previous version of Sercacraft, and then all of a sudden in the current version of Minecraft, you'll be less enthusiastic about grinding for certain items in particular. So like let's say in like how is a better way of calling it? Let's say in 1.17 you had a very efficient copper farm and you have so much copper that it's coming out of your hands, like as if like your hand is made of copper. And so you decide to bring that into 1.18. Now in 1.18 you don't need to farm copper because you've farmed copper in the last version. Well, now that's like one less item to gather. Now let's say in Sercacraft, or at least for us in our case, we've had many different versions because we've started this trend since, well, we originally started the trend in I think 1.11, but we didn't really go very far with it because we only ever used like I think MC Edit to do it, so we didn't really do much of it. But for the current version that we're doing it, we've done it since 1.13, I believe. Now for 1.13 and onward, we were able to keep the series sort of alive based upon like what we wanted to do for the series. Now, I think for 1.13, we went to a new world. We went through a world that had like a custom setting generator that said that it would work perfectly for 1.12, but they didn't know what would happen in 1.13. So we thought, hey, that would be perfect. So we'll go do that. It was said to be like sort of like a miner's paradise kind of thing. So like if you wanted a lot of materials in a large veins kind of thing, this was your dream ticket pretty much. And then that never happened. Because apparently for 1.13 in particular, for 1.13 in general, when you're trying to make a new sort of world with a seed in particular, it has a character limit of how many characters you can actually put inside of its sort of like whole thing, which is very, very sad. It's the same thing of why when you're trying to make a command book or like a little book like the ones that I have for like the Black Book of Removal and all that stuff, those ones in particular have like a character limit in terms of like how long their commands can actually be, which is very, very sad though, because like, you know, books deserve much more love than that. They could be really condensed versions of command blocks if you really make it out to be that way. I'm trying to find out if there's another like area over here that would look really cool. I'm trying to find more landmarks to be precise. Not really getting any luck on that though. But yeah, like at the very least for when we were playing like Minecraft 1. Like Minecraft 1.12 or Minecraft 1.11, we were very consistent in at the very least of what we were trying to do for the different versions. Like we had a set goal and stuff like that. I think I did something similar with Terraria, where when Terraria got their 1.4 update, I'm trying to remember how Terraria's works in particular, but the same idea itself happens in that version too, where their latest version, I prefer to play the versions with my already existing creations. in that world. So I started off with the newest version of Terraria with my already established build. I just world edited it into the next world, into the new world. And then that's exactly what I did. I just played it as if nothing ever happened. Now, of course, people have different ways of playing games. I myself rather would not repeat too many actions. I mean, like, if there's a more efficient way of, like, let's say farming ender pearls or something like that, I would want to test it out. Sure, yeah, I'll build it just to kind of see, like, if it actually is more efficient than what I remember. But would I build it in precisely because I need more ender pearls? Probably not. Because from my last expedition of going to go get ender pearls, I probably got a ton of them. But that's kind of like the way that I look at Sercacraft being like, it's another way of looking at it. Like, is it better just playing on a new world and doing all that? Sure, depending on the person, but I definitely have to say though, I had a lot of fun playing on 1.17 when we did the whole like starting from nothing stuff. I really liked that. But again, there also comes a time where it's like, okay, now I just wish I had my better stuff. Because starting from scratch and then having a bunch of other stuff is not really the greatest. You're just so... Because again, this is why I don't really like playing new worlds all that much. I prefer playing on already existing worlds that I've created. Is because, like, I've already did all the grunt work kind of thing. In particular. So by that I mean, like, you don't have like your starter house anymore. You have your sort of your mega base or your mega build or whatever you want to call it, pretty much. Like, you already have that pre-built and ready to go, and you don't have to worry about you know, like, you don't have to worry about iron anymore because you already have your 30 iron farms or what, like, you know what I mean? Like, you already have all that stuff done. Like, I prefer those kinds of worlds than me just starting from nothing and go like, great. Especially now. Like, before I love seeing how fast I can get iron in new worlds, pretty much. Because I always had fun, like, always getting, like, iron armor pretty quick in worlds in particular. Because I just thought it was always really fun. I'm trying to remember. I think, like, I went to one of my family's houses, and their kids have like Minecraft for the Xbox. I'm not good with consoles in particular. I'm so used to mouse and keyboard, so me trying to get really good with like an Xbox controller. I am used to an Xbox controller. It's the same as a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, but like I'm not 100% used to it, and especially with Minecraft, where I've only played it with mouse and keyboard, it got very difficult really quick. So by me trying to like play it on the Xbox, I got like I was not 100% like so like really used to it. So what I ended up doing was that like I did what I know best. I did a staircase all the way down to Y level whatever and went straight down into like Y level, mind you, I didn't know if it was Y level 11 because of course it's on the Xbox. It doesn't really tell you like what Y level you're at. So, well, I didn't know what Y level I was at, so I just said, you know what? I'll just go with however far down I can go. And I got a whole bunch of iron, got it all smelted, and then so by the time that their kid was like able to like finish building their house, I already had like a random like, I don't want to say dirt shack because I didn't really build one, but it was equivalent to one. I built like a random like a random like a miner house kind of thing. Like one that like if it got burned down, I wouldn't really care. Like that's kind of like how insignificant it was to me, but like I ended up building that. Leave me alone. I am going through my storage, not yours. Don't make me go through your storage, because I will go through that. Okay, I gotta go through number 4 then. Lucky number 4, I guess. So yeah, so by the time, like, they were even paying attention to me, I already had, like, iron armor, an iron sword, and stuff like that, and I'm just, like, running around. They're like, where'd you get that? I'm like, I mined it. Like, my PC tricks still work. Because I know them by heart, but, like, trying to do them all in the controller is very difficult. I played an RTS game. I can't remember the name of it, or I probably will if I end up looking at it again. But like, I was playing it on the Xbox controller. They had weird controls that got so unbelievably crazy that like it almost seemed impossible for me to understand what to do.